Hey guys, so we have the question of what is an appraisal gap guarantee. So when we write offers and we have a buyer who does write an offer and there's multiple offers going on, we can do what's called an appraisal gap guarantee. And this is where the buyer is going to cover any shortage of their agreed upon purchase price down to what that appraisal comes in at. So usually this comes into play when we do have multiple offers. So let's say, for instance, we have a house that's listed at $250,000 and we see that there's probably 32, 40 showings on it because it's in a desirable area. So when we have that buyer and we're starting to set up the way that we position our offer, we do ask our buyers, hey, how much can or are you willing to pay over list price for that house? So let's say it's listed at $250 and we have an offer at $275 to make math simple. The buyer can choose to do an appraisal gap guarantee up to a certain amount. We've seen some people do full appraisal gap guarantees, meaning that if the appraisal comes in below anything below that purchase price, they are going to bring extra cash to closing to cover that gap. So let's say you offer $275 and you do a full appraisal gap guarantee, and let's say the appraisal comes in at $250. That means you as the buyer need to bring an extra $25,000 to the table that does not go towards your down payment, that does help secure the house. So, but to also put this in perspective, we do run comps. So let's say it's listed at $250, you offer $275, but you have an appraisal gap guarantee of $10,000. Well, if that appraisal comes in at $260 instead of $250 where that sales price was, but we offer $275, that means that you will cover a gap of $10,000 above the appraised value up to the purchase price. So that means that the new purchase price would be $270, which is $5,000 under what you offered, but $10,000, which is your gap coverage over what that appraisal came in at. Now let's run the scenario where, again, house is listed at $250 and purchase price is $275. We have a $10,000 appraisal gap guarantee, same scenario, but let's say that appraisal comes in at $270. That means you actually only need to cover $5,000 of that gap, even though we promised $10. It's just up to that agreed upon purchase price. So if it only takes $5 to get up to that purchase price, it's only a $5,000 appraisal gap guarantee. So you can see where this kind of gets a little complicated. The other news, it's listed at $250 and we offer $275, offer gets accepted. When the appraisal comes in at $275, there's no gap coverage. Good for you, don't need to cover it. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. In the off chance it actually appraises over $275, good for you. We just won't tell the seller that. So let us know if you have any questions. I know it's complicated, but that is an appraisal gap guarantee in a short form. So again, that's what we're seeing in the indie market. Those are just numbers to make math simple. Reach out if you have any questions. We're here to help you along the way. We'll talk to you guys soon.